Hi everyone, how's it going? Happy Monday, I hope you're doing well. Today we're gonna look at the new moon in the sign of Cancer, and it's gonna be potentially be one of the best new moons of the entire year. And considering the intense weekend that we've just been through with everything that is happening in the Middle East currently, I think we can all use a sense of optimism and hope because this new moon is conjunct Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of abundance, happiness, optimism, and being able to zoom out and look at things from a bigger perspective. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. And if you want to get notified whenever I post a new one online, you can hit the bell button below. I also offer personal astrology sessions. You will find a link for that in the description box below as well. And this new moon is really a very tender, intuitive, and very personal, deeply personal new moon that we're having right now. So let's all take a deep breath, settle in, and let's explore this beautiful lunation together. So, hi, Timothy. Hey. And Inge is here as well. And oh, apparently StreamYard has an update because these comments are different than usual, but let's just roll with it. So I'm going to start the presentation. So, new moon in Cancer. Every new moon is a very symbolic and energetic reset. This time it happens in the element of water. The modality is cardinal. Cancer is a cardinal sign, so it loves to take action and initiates things for change. And the ruler of this moon is actually the moon itself, because the moon belongs to Cancer. And the house association is the fourth house, which is all about home, family, and deep emotions. And the polarity is Capricorn. So here we have an overview of some keywords, what is applicable for the sign of Cancer. So every new moon is a very big cosmic reset. It is the moment when the sun and the moon meet in the sky, and it's a merging of the conscious, the sun, with the unconscious, the moon. And when we have this union, the moon disappears from our view, and it symbolizes a time of inner reflection, hidden growth, and also planting seeds. So, this time it's about our desires, dreams, and intentions, and a big potential for letting them grow into something really, really big with the planet Jupiter in the mix here. So yeah, it's like this new moon, it actually invites us to withdraw from the noise that's going on outside of ourselves. We need to connect with our inner landscape and become intentional creators of our own lives. And with all this stuff going on outside in the world, it can be a little bit more difficult to do that right now. But Cancer is the sign of going inward, our inner deep landscape and our emotions. So think about themes like emotional security, belonging, our home, and also our intuitive guidance. All these things are going to take center stage. And Sound of Love says, Grand Rising Goddess. So if you look at the chart, so yeah, if we look here, we have it's about intuition, nurturing our home, our family roots, receptivity, and also memory. It is also part of Cancer. Cancer rules the past, and also our past memory and things that are like buried in our psyche as well. Very intuitive and very psychic sign as well, Cancer. It is very, very intuitive and very strongly, highly sensitive actually as well. So here we see the chart of the new moon, and it happens on June the 25th, so in a couple of days. And it also happens at the 4th degrees of Cancer. And the degree number 4 is a Cancer degree. So big emphasis on the sign of Cancer. And with Jupiter here enlarging everything, it is actually one of the most luckiest and emotionally charged lunations of the entire year. And I've been looking forward to this energy for quite some time. And what makes it like extra exceptional is the conjunction with Jupiter. It's like very rare and a very fortunate alignment, and that supercharges the moon's emotional depth with all the themes of abundance, growth, optimism, and also spiritual renewal. And being able to zoom out and see the bigger picture and or like the higher plan and everything that's happening right now. So Cancer is then the moon's home sign. So yeah, it makes this new moon operate at full strength. However, there's a bit of tension. There are some squares from Saturn and Neptune and Aries, as we can see here in the chart, and it creates a tension between emotional longing and our practical reality. So yeah, it's asking us to find a middle path between our spiritual ideals and also our real world responsibilities. Yeah, so it requires us to slow down and really tap into our feelings and feel our emotions deeply. And Cancer is, of course, the fourth sign of the zodiac. It's a cardinal water sign, meaning that it initiates through feeling, and it also governs the foundational aspects of life. Think about family connections, ancestry, roots, personal history, emotional safety. And it's also deeply tied to our memory, our mood, to fertility, and also maternal instinct. So when the new moon lands in the sign of Cancer, it turns our focus inwards towards what makes us feel at home, nurtured, protected, and emotionally secure. So a very good time to redefine home, and not just in a physical sense, but also in terms of inner peace and emotional sanctuary. Cancer is also about our inner child. And yeah, we need to pay attention to how we soothe ourselves, how we love, and how we're loved in return. And yeah, a good opportunity now to create space for healing, to also reparent ourselves and develop this emotional maturity that is necessary to nurture our lives consciously. And with the conjunction to Jupiter, these are big, big blessings. So if you want to get pregnant, if you want to move, if you want to fix some family bonds or some long-standing issues in the family, even break through these generational curses, a lot of luck and happiness can be found in these areas. So yeah, it's actually a very, very big, potent new seed that you can plant during this time. And hi, Natalie. Hela. So yeah, it's actually a very good energy that we're having right now. And after the chaos of this weekend, I hope that this will calm things a little bit down. Jupiter makes everything big, whatever it touches, it makes it larger, expanding everything. So here in the sign of Cancer, it expands our emotions and how we feel at home. And the Sabian symbol for this new moon is a bit tricky. It's an automobile wrecked by a train. So the new moon falls at the 4 degrees of Cancer, but in the Sabian symbol degree theory, we round up and interpret 1 degree above. So we actually round up until 5 degrees of Cancer, and then we get an automobile wrecked by train. So the key theme here is dispersion, which means the spreading of something. And with Jupiter enlarging all our feelings, we can feel a bit scattered and our feelings can be all over the place. But there's a reason and there's like a good side of that. But the symbol here, it actually deals with the dangers of emotional recklessness, with impatience, and also with going into overdrive. And especially with the tension aspect to Saturn and Neptune and Aries, that is like quite palpable right now. So it reveals the consequences of trying to speed through life without respect for like the divine timing and the right moment of alignment or the larger forces that are at play. And the train represents this collective force or inevitability, while the automobile symbolizes our individual will and also our personal ego. And the message is very clear here. If we do not listen to our intuition and respect natural timing, we may derail our own progress. So, yeah, with the presence of Jupiter's desire to expand, colliding at the same time with Saturn's demand for boundaries and also Neptune's ability to blur out or hide the truth, it really emphasizes all these themes. We must like balance urgency with wisdom and also learn when to pause, when to surrender, and when to reassess our course before fully charging ahead, what Aries likes to do. So, yeah, there's this collision of forces right now. The symbol, yeah, the Sabian symbol really depicts this. Wait, I'm gonna change my screen like that. The symbol really, yeah, it depicts actually a tragic collision. And the car represents our personal trajectory in life, like the choices we make, the direction we steer into our lives, and also the actions the choices actually that we make overall. So it's portraying to our free will. And then we have the train on the other hand, and that symbolizes this larger, often unconscious or like faded forces that are at play. What we are swept in, but we cannot stop fully. So that can be about societal change, it can be about ancestral karma, and also divine timing. So the core message of the symbol is when personal momentum and also emotional urgency override the respect of the larger forces, disaster can follow. And the degree also shows us what happens when we block or ignore the natural flow by not tapping into our emotions or by being in denial about certain things in life. So the Sabian symbol shows us that when the ego is blinded by desire, by speed, by urgency, that it may attempt to outrun or overpower the inevitable. And that can fail catastrophically. So people who are in denial right now, they can have a big wake-up call in regards to home and family, and also about homeland security, because that's also part of the sign of Cancer. And yeah, it's creating more expansion with Jupiter and space in your home. And yeah, that can also be done by kicking someone out of your home. You know what I mean? So it depends what this moon does in your own chart. If it makes a trine, that it flows beautifully. If it makes a square, it can be a little bit more difficult to deal with because it is big energy right now. So definitely we see that with the quincunx aspect to Pluto right now, which is 150 degrees. The new moon in Cancer makes 150 degrees with Pluto and Aquarius. So yeah, some situations are going to undergo a very big transformation. But in the end, it's for you, so you can experience greater freedom in your emotional selves. And if this moon, yeah, squares you by sign, then it might be a little bit more difficult to handle this big flood of emotions. And it might also not be so easy to come to certain conclusions right now about your home and family. So it all depends on where it lands in your own personal chart. So just know that whatever changes in a very big way right now, that it is meant to release you and set you free. That is also part of Jupiter. And after all this has passed, you'll feel kind of relieved, and you can also feel quite surprised by what comes next, because Uranus is about to switch into Gemini soon on the 7th of July. So especially very potent for Gemini sun, moon, or rising. And for everyone, July will be a month of fast, sudden changes, and we can already feel that right now. Uranus is about to make its big ingress into Gemini. So yeah, overall, this symbol really cautions against rushing into emotional decisions without acknowledging like the natural timing and the larger forces at play. This is like the lesson of this new moon. So we must pause and reflect and also check our emotional speed and really ask ourselves, is this current desire that I'm having right now, is it fully aligned with divine timing? And just know that this train is coming whether you like it or not. So I'm gonna, hi Laura, hello, starting from the beginning on double speed. That's so funny, Laura. We're gonna look a bit more at the very important square that is influencing this new moon. So that's the Jupiter square Saturn and Neptune. So Jupiter is really the heart of this lunation. Jupiter is also exalted in Cancer, meaning that it functions incredibly well over here in Cancer, offering us a big dose of emotional wisdom and an expansive vision of what home and family can be or are meant to feel like, something in that area. So yeah, a lot of people are going to change something within their home, within their family, and or within their deep inner foundational like emotional foundations. So just know that Jupiter here meets resistance through the very tight squares with Saturn and Neptune, and they are both in Aries. And Aries is a sign of individual assertion and also personal desire. So yeah, it can create a dynamic tension of, can we ground our big dreams into something real? And can we emotionally commit to what we want without getting lost in fantasies? Because Neptune, of course, rules fantasies. And Saturn, of course, insists on responsibility and discipline and maturity, while Neptune wants to dream, it wants to transcend, and it wants to escape the current limitations of our life. So that creates a push and pull dynamic right now. So yeah, the competing forces are creating a bit of emotional overwhelm. They can also create a bit of disillusionments or some temporary moments of confusion, especially for those who are trying to force the results too quickly. And all of this, when it's used wisely, then it really offers a rare opportunity to align with deeper truth and to expand through setting boundaries, not in spite of them. So use it, or use the energy in your advantage, and don't let it control you. Because even though that this is the best new moon of the entire year, it gets squared by Saturn. So that says a lot about the astrological year 2025. Like, it's not easy astrology this year. And I think now we're getting a very big preview of what's to come in March of 2026. So yeah, the old world is dying, the old world is crumbling. A lot of people are trying to hold on to it, but yeah, it's not going to work. And people who have a lot of resistance right now are going to receive a slap in the face with this new moon and with Jupiter on top of it, enlarging everything. So it depends on your own evolutionary journey, to be honest. And this moon can play out very differently depending on what sign you are. But we're going to go through that more towards the end of this video. I'm going to walk you through all of the 12 signs. Then something else which is actually quite positive is that the new moon sextiles Mars in Virgo. It's a 60-degree aspect to the sun and the moon from Mars, and that is actually quite positive. So it's providing us a powerful energetic boost of focus, strategy, and also grounded action, because Mars is action and Virgo is a very grounded sign. So it actually infuses this moon with practical firepower needed to implement our intentions and make detailed plans, take these consistent steps forward, and also act in service to what matters most emotionally. So yeah, it's like it brings the ability to plant seeds in well-tended soil. So not just dreaming about a better home or a better relationship or a better lifestyle, but really taking these real-world steps to manifest them into your life. So think about activities like organizing, cleaning out, decluttering, can also be used for improving health habits or setting boundaries that support inner peace more fully. And in collective terms, this energy is also going to benefit the service industries, particularly those that are related to healthcare, childcare, home maintenance, emotional support work, everything having to do with processing emotions, healing the ancestral karmic line, removing heaviness from the home in general. So it's also, there's a strong sense here that the emotional intentions that we set now are not only visionary, thanks to Jupiter having an expansion in the mind, but also with Mars here in Virgo, it can be achievable step by step through effort and constant daily mindfulness as well. So yeah, it's not a passive new moon. Normally moons in Cancer can be very emotional, very passive, wanting to hide under a blanket and just cry and let it all out. But this one here, it asks us to really take conscious, grounded, emotional steps forward to find new equilibrium within. So take good use of this energy, because it's actually the things that you're going to start or implement now. Within 6 months, they have an incredible potential to blossom into something very, very beautiful. And oh, hi, Willie Knows. So happy that you're here with us live. So let's look at how we can use this energy to our greatest potential, how we can use the biggest potential of this new moon. So first thing is cleansing and purifying the home. We must align ourselves with Cancerian rituals and elemental practices. So Cancer is a water sign. It is engaging us, or we need to engage with cleansing, purifying, and also protecting our emotional and physical space. That is actually key here. That's the only thing you need to consider during this time. So we can do a home blessing ritual. We could do an energetic cleanse. We can mop the floor with a mixture of hot water, sea salt, lemon, and some essential oils. We can say a prayer of protection. Just open all the doors and all the windows and start sweeping out the old energy, and visualize that, because Jupiter is about the visionary and visualization, and it has very potent, strong energy, Jupiter. So start at the back of your house, sweep and vacuum all the floors, starting from the back towards the front of your door, and like in your mind you can gather and remove all the old energy that's stuck. So yeah, while you do that, you can visualize all the emotional heaviness and all the fear being washed away. And you'll feel when you clean your space or your home that you have a lot more space in your head as well. And I think having space in your head to process all the emotions, that is actually true wealth and health as well. So another thing we can do are some water-based rituals for emotional healing and also intention. So just know that the moon rules or liquids, all types of liquids, also all types of liquids within the body. It's also about the womb, about fertility, recreation, so also about tears. So yeah, we need to take a spiritual bath. That is actually a very good idea to do under this new moon, because these salt baths, they really promote emotional release, and they enhance your intuitive connection with the ancestral realms as well. So yeah, just put some sea salt or some Epsom salt in your bath. You can also do some dry herbs in them. Chamomile, lavendel, jasmine are all Cancerian related herbs. And you can also put some crystals in your bath. That tends to help me very well to clear out my energetic field. So yeah, you can also, when you soak in the bath, you can do the same like you did with your whole house. Just envision all the old stuck energy being released from the body. So yeah, and when you drain the water, just give yeah, give thanks to the water for cleaning out all the dirt that needs to go, and it is about emotional or energetic dirt, of course. So the third thing we can do are, of course, intentions, and intentions during the new moon are very, very important because they're about planting a new seed. So set intentions that are related to emotional security, healing family or mother wounds. You can set intentions around welcoming a new home or a new partner or a new child, and also intentions about strengthening your intuition and also your psychic abilities. By doing all of that, you're automatically building emotional maturity because, yeah, you can also ask yourself, what would make me feel truly seen, saved, loved, and nourished? So, yeah, you can write all that down, and you can put some paper in a glass of water, and you can let it dissolve. And that can work in your favor with the square to Neptune as well, because Neptune tends to dissolve things. So maybe it is actually an astrological remedy for the square to Neptune that can cause some confusion in the collective right now. So the fourth thing is divination or dream work. You can, yeah, actually, it's very easy to tap into your psychicness as well if you've already experienced that, because the moon is about the subconscious. It's also about dreaming. So, yeah, very potent time for all things divination, for dream incubation as well, and also for connecting with the ancestral realms. So pull a tarot or an oracle card, and you can ask, what does my heart truly need to feel safe? You can also place a crystal under your pillow and ask for guidance through your dreams. And whenever you wake up, you can write down the message from your dreams so you don't forget it during the day. And to enhance these abilities, you can use mugwort tea before sleep to stimulate the lucid dreams. So, yeah, really note all the recurring symbols as well, because they're of great importance during this time. Cancer is also connected to the past. Yeah, your early childhood, your family karma. So also very good idea to honor your ancestors during this time. A way to do that is to create a small place or an altar. You can put a bowl of water on top of your altar. Put a white flower into your bowl of water. That can be a lily or maybe jasmine or something, or just a flower that maybe your grandmother used to really love. That can also be about photos or things that belong to your family, like a necklace or a ring. Put it on your altar as well. And you can also light a white candle and some incense, of course. And you can sit in meditation, and you can ask them or say to them, I honor the past, I release what no longer serves me, and I ask my ancestors to guide me in creating a life of peace, healing, and emotional strength. You can leave the water and the flowers overnight at your altar as a symbolic offering of gratitude, and they're gonna be very, very happy when you do that. And Laura says, what tea? Mugwort tea. You can look it up. I'm maybe gonna type it here in the comments. Mugwort, like this, Laura. So, if we then look at the crystals, of course, the moonstone for intuition. The moonstone is connected to the divine feminine and the lunar cycle, so it's the best crystal to work with during this new moon, of course. It is really helpful for emotional regulation, and it also helps with fertility. Then we have rose quartz, that is the stone of love. It also promotes emotional healing and also the ability to give and receive love freely. So, yeah, it's also going to help you to allow to feel safe when you are vulnerable. so good for cultivating self-love. Then we also have white opal, and that is actually a highly reflective and water-aligned stone. It enhances emotional awareness and also spiritual sensitivity. So it also helps to adapt yourself under the square and under the circumstances right now. And then the last one is calcite, and that is actually a very big energy amplifier. It also helps to clear stagnant and emotional patterns, and especially those that linger from childhood or ancestral conditioning. So perfect for Cancer's focus on roots and family. And calcite is very, very soft, very calming, and it is also used to soothe emotional overwhelm. So yeah, and with Jupiter expanding all the emotions and Neptune and Saturn creating this push-pull and this tension, calcite acts as a balancing buffer between those conflictive energies. It's going to help you to stay connected to your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. So yeah, it aligns very, very beautifully with Cancer's goal of emotional protection and softness. So let me know what you're manifesting under this new moon. I'm really, really curious what you want to call in: a new partner, a new home, a new child, or maybe all of them. Like Jupiter is really like dream big right now. If you want all of it, you can have it, but you need to really believe in it. Jupiter is about your belief systems as well. And Natalie says, "Hi, Astrid, how are you? Hi, Nadia, I'm doing well. How are you? Thank you for joining." And you're just in time for the readings for the 12 signs. So, if you don't know, whoops, that was too fast. If you don't know your rising sign, you can go to astroseek.com, type in your birth chart. Then you need to fill out your birth information and the first big black line that is your rising sign. In this case, it's a Capricorn rising. So we're gonna start with my fellow Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You are gonna have this beautifully very big, potent new moon in the sign of Cancer, activating your fourth house of home, family, and roots. And Cancer is also your emotional foundation. So, yeah, deeply personal lunation that is going to prompt you to redefine what home really means to you, and whether you're thinking about moving, renovating, buying, or selling property, or maybe it's simply going to shift your inner sense of belonging. It brings a fresh emotional blueprint. And the moon is conjunct Jupiter, expanding your desire to feel safe, secure, and rooted within yourselves. But at the same time, it also squares Saturn and Neptune in your first house, in your sign of Aries. So there's inner tension between who you are becoming and where you feel anchored. You might need to balance your need for independence with your longing for a stable sanctuary. So the key is to set grounded intentions that allow you to create an environment that nurtures your evolving identity. And with your ruling planet Mars currently transiting the sixth house of Virgo, you're likely very busy with tasks, with problem solving. You can also engage in practical routines that increase productivity right now, and which also supports your ability to execute home related goals with a lot of precision and from a grounded perspective, because it's in the sign of Virgo. So all of this, there may be a financial assistance coming in from family. There can be income from property coming forth, or some family resources that become available to you. So the message is clear. The new moon wants you to build something lasting, but it must be done with care and precision with Mars and Virgo right now. So avoid rushing like you normally do, my dear fellow Aries, or also avoid making emotionally impulsive decisions right now. Instead, you need to blend your boldness with patience and trust the divine timing. So the next 6 months could completely transform your connection with home and family in very abundant, stabilizing ways. So good luck, my dear Aries. We have Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. You're going to have the new moon in Cancer activating your third house of communication, learning, short distance travel, mental frameworks, your neighbors, your immediate environment, your siblings, and also, yeah, the mind in general. So, yeah, this new moon encourages you to initiate new projects that involve writing, speaking, studying, teaching, or sharing information in general. Especially if you've been like sitting on an idea that's close to your heart and that you want to express, now is a good time to do that. So whether it's launching a newsletter, a blog, a podcast, maybe a YouTube channel, a manuscript, whatever it is, the cosmos is opening a doorway for your voice to be heard by other people. So, and the connection with Jupiter in Cancer, it really suggests that your ideas can reach far and inspire others. Just know that there's a square from Saturn and Neptune, and that happens in your 12th house. It can stir up some hidden fears or some doubts, and also be wary for the imposter syndrome right now. So don't let those quiet inner critics keep you from expressing yourself right now. Really set intentions to share from your heart, and also let your vulnerability become your strength, and also let your vulnerability be heard with your voice. Just speak it out. We also see Mercury in Cancer. That is really adding to the emotional conversation right now, but it's also sextiling Uranus. It's sextiling Uranus in your sign of Taurus, of course. So this is going to help you break free from this mental stagnation. And also, there can be a lot of conversations about short trips, and all these things might provide a very healing insight whenever you do that. You can also receive very supportive feedback from friends and siblings, and also your local community. All these people are going to help you build momentum. So, yeah, an opportunity to transform how you think and also how you speak to yourself, and be sweet and kind and loving to yourselves, because with Saturn and Neptune in the 12th, that might be a little bit more difficult right now. So yeah, you need to clear out patterns of negative self-talk, and you need to replace them with self-affirming affirmations. Affirmations are so strong during this new moon for you, Taurus. Make good use of them. And also know that over the next 6 months, even a small message or a part of a story that you share, or an idea that you have insight about right now, all these things could grow into something very impactful, something very far reaching, especially if you're willing to start small and stay consistent, and also if you're willing to speak your truth. So let your mind lead with kindness, and also allow curiosity to become your compass during this time. So good luck, my dear Taurus. And Laura says, I just finished a bike ride along the Missouri River. It's hot. Yeah, oh my God, Laura, I can imagine. I've seen some pictures of you from in your backyard. It looks so beautiful over there. I would love to visit it one day. Then we have Gemini, sun, moon, or rising. You are going to have a new moon in a sign of Cancer, activating your second house of finances, self-worth, values, and also your material security. So it's a very powerful moment to set fresh intentions around how you earn, how you save, spend, and also how you value yourselves. And with Jupiter conjunct this new moon, there's a strong potential for financial expansion. So yeah, this could come through a business idea, or a new business in general, client opportunities that present themselves. It can also be from a shared resources with a partner, or even from family support. So yeah, whether you're starting this side hustle, or maybe you're going to refine your budget, or rethinking how you use your money to support your emotional well-being. It wants you to grow your sense of personal value. And just know there is a square with Saturn and Neptune in your 11th house of social circles and friendships. So you might experience some pressure to redefine your long-term goals or step back from some group dynamics that no longer serve your growth, or some friends that no longer align with your evolving priorities. So um, comparing your progress to others could also undermine your confidence right now. So instead, focus on what matters to you. We also see an influence of Mars in Virgo, and it's sextiling this new moon from your fourth house of family. So it really supports making practical changes at home even more for you, Gemini. So Mercury is, of course, your ruling planet. So the fact that it's sextiling Uranus, it really brings unexpected insights or creative ideas that could really spark big breakthroughs in how you manage and manifest your resources. So some of this growth can come through letting go of outdated goals or some social ties, especially if they no longer reflect your current values. So yeah, maybe you're changing more than you realize right now, and a part of this shift involves releasing what no longer resonates, so you can actually stand firmly on your own or stand firmly in your own word. So what you planned right now could become a very big foundation of lasting financial and emotional confidence. Definitely something big is going to change in your money situation over the next 6 months, especially in the next 4 weeks, or some idea, something new you implement, something that is gonna just come naturally. And for my dear Geminis, really prepare yourself from for some very, very big changes, because Uranus is about to enter your sign on the 7th of July. So once Uranus is in your sign, there's no way back. Things are about to change in a very, very big, unexpected, surprising way. But I think you feel the need. Oh, and these are gonna be necessary changes, and they're gonna like make you more aware, make you Uranus is gonna change your sign over the next 8 years. So it's not like whenever Uranus enters your sign that suddenly your whole world shifts. For some Geminis it will, but over the next 8 years, you're gonna become a totally new person with Uranus in your sign. And my next video will be about Uranus entering Gemini. And we'll go deeper into that. I'm actually excited for you, my dear Gemini. Uranus is gonna break up the status quo, but it's gonna replace it with a lot of good, unexpected things that are gonna evolve your soul and are gonna really infuse your mind with a lot of new awareness. So yeah, Gemini, I wish you good luck. And Lakeside Laura says, my 20-year-old daughter is Gemini rising. She needs a change in job. She's working on it now. Well, definitely with Uranus entering her rising sign, a lot of unexpected changes are going to come forward. And Uranus is not only shocks and surprises, it's about renewment and about change and about breaking free and about, raising awareness and raising consciousness. So it's actually something to look forward to. And your daughter will have no problem with bringing a lot of change in her life in the next few months, especially fully into 2026. Now she gets a sneak peek for whenever Uranus is entering Gemini for the next 8 years. It's going to turn retrograde at the end of the year. So I wish her good luck, Lakeside Laura. Then we have Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, my dear Cancers, this is your annual cosmic reset. We have a new moon conjunct Jupiter in your sign. So yeah, this is a once in a year opportunity to really redefine who you are, how you show up in the world, and also what you need to feel or what you need to feel whole. Yeah, like this. So yeah, it's actually also happening at the 4th degree of Cancer. So the 4th degree of Cancer is a Cancer degree, double emphasis, very, very special donation for you, my dear Cancers. Conjunct and exalted Jupiter, also in Cancer. So yeah, it brings a very rare surge of personal expansion, of confidence, emotional clarity. And the first house, of course, if you're Cancer rising, it governs the self, it governs the body, your image, also your personal direction. So, yeah, this is your chance to set intentions around your identity, your appearance, your lifestyle, your health, and also how you initiate change. And you're a cardinal sign, so you need change. This new moon with Jupiter on top of it is going to change everything for you over the next 4 weeks, fully blossom into the next 6 months. So you're going to feel a strong pull to really step into a new version of yourself. And whether that's through a shift in mindset or physical transformation or this renewed sense of purpose with Jupiter in the mix, Jupiter really influences that you need to aim higher, that you need to grow beyond your old limitations as well, and also to embody a bigger and bolder truth about who you are becoming. So yeah, this new moon is deeply tied to all the themes of travel, learning, your belief systems, your personal development, your optimism, your hope for the future. Jupiter also rules your 6th and your 9th. And it might inspire you to begin a new health journey. Maybe some of you are going to want to return to school, maybe launch a training program. Maybe some of you want to start teaching your wisdom, or simply explore a new spiritual path that is going to be very, very enriching for you, my dear Cancer. So, however, just know that there's a little bit of tension up in the air because, yeah, the lunation forms a square between Saturn and Neptune, which are currently in your 10th house of career, your public life, your long-term goals. So yeah, you're actually being encouraged to embrace personal growth, but there may be external demands or some uncertainties in your professional life that makes this feel a little heavy at times. So you might be navigating how you need to embody a new leadership role. Maybe you're trying to define your path more clearly, or maybe you're confronting pressure around public expectations. It's important not to let the work-related challenges blocking or letting block your personal breakthroughs right now. Prioritize authenticity over perfection, and also remember that you can evolve even while structures around you remain a little bit unsettled. Just know over the next 6 months, the intentions that you plant now will begin to reshape your life from the inside out. And you're gonna undergo a significant glow up. It can be emotionally, physically, but also professionally. But just know that it won't happen overnight. This is the beginning of a long journey of self-actualization, and Mars is supporting this lunation. It makes a sextile to it from your 3rd house, the house of the mind, shifting your daily routine as well. And maybe you're going to recommit to consistent learning, or also changing how you speak about yourself, because you're having this new identity reset. And all of this can build a very, very powerful momentum. We also see Mercury trining, sextiling Uranus. So this is about mental breakthroughs, especially around things that are happening behind the scenes, even in your dreams, with Uranus ready to enter your 12th house. So yeah, you might also find that part of this whole process also includes walking away from something familiar. It can be an old identity, an old role, or an old career trajectory that actually no longer resonates with you. So yeah, there can be a sense of departure or release even with this new moon. New moons are normally about new beginnings. Full moons are about release. But because it happens in your sign conjunct Jupiter and all the rest that is going on, it's actually clearing space for a more aligned, empowered version of you to emerge. So yeah, not a time to cling to outdated definitions of who you are based on the past. Instead, this is a sacred opportunity to really author a new chapter and to turn over a page, and it can be a very big page, and one in which you actually lead with your emotional truth, with more confidence and a clearer sense of purpose. So good luck, my dear Cancer, and enjoy the best new moon of the entire year in your sign. Good luck. And hi, Ma'am Jax. Happy you're here. Then we have Leo, sun, moon, or rising. So, my dear Leo, you're having a new moon in Cancer, and it's happening in your 12th house of rest, of healing, spiritual reflection. This marks a time of closure, surrender, and also a quiet internal growth that is happening behind the scenes. And we know that this is the final lunation before your next birthday season. So every time we have this, it is a sacred pause in your personal cycle, a moment to step back from the noise, to retreat from these outer distractions, and also to listen more deeply to your inner world. A lot of Leos are going to feel more drawn to solitude. Can be very beneficial to do therapy right now. Lean into spiritual practices. If you want to travel, a retreat would be very beneficial, a spiritual retreat in particular. And also, yeah, it's like with Jupiter conjunct the new moon, the introspection is very, very fertile. Your emotional healing now can actually lead to this long-term vision, can lead to intuitive clarity or even creative breakthroughs. Just know that they begin within right now. So whether you're tending to unresolved grief, maybe reconnecting with your higher self, or simply needing more rest than normal, just know that this is your invitation to turn inward and nourish your soul. And I know some Leos who are going to be very happy to hear me say that they can sleep even more with this new moon, because I actually know a lot of Leos who are very tired, and all they want to do is sleep, rest, retreat. Well, under this new moon in the next 4 weeks, you can. So that's it. There is also a square to Saturn and Neptune in your 8th house, and that is going to bring emotional undercurrents to the surface. And I meant your 9th house. It's about your belief systems. So yeah, it's gonna bring emotional undercurrents to the surface, and that is gonna shift your mindset. So yeah, it's actually a very powerful change in how you look at the future as well. There's some square aspects, so there's some tension going on right now, but just know that's okay if you can't see the future fully clearly just yet. It's meant to be, and it's okay, and it will unfold over the next 4 weeks, and until next 6 months things will become more obvious, and in March 2026 your idea of the future will be fully redone. You're gonna change your whole view on the future within the next 6 months. I'm sure by March 2026 you're gonna look at the future in a whole different way. So yeah, this is actually a very transformative cocoon kind of period. Don't mistake this as a stagnant period. Uranus is gonna enter into Gemini soon, and for you that's gonna happen into the 11th house of friendships, social circles. The 11th house is also internet, socializing through internet as well. Blogging, podcasting, having a channel is also all very, very applicable for you, my dear Leo, and something can dramatically, shockingly, surprisingly shift over the next few months. So yeah, let me know what happens for you, because these are actually some very, very interesting things that are going on. And just know that soon you will emerge ready to express a truer and more emotionally integrated version of yourself if you take time to retreat right now. But for now, just give yourself permission to rest, to reflect, and also to restore. The new moon is really preparing you for a more aligned and empowered new chapter, and that will be whenever it's your birthday season soon. So good luck, my dear Leo. And oh wow, Laura says, I have a channel I'm working on. That is so cool. Everyone go follow Lakeside Laura. And yeah, okay, the rest of the comments, you guys are talking. That is so cool to see. Good luck, my dear Leo. Okay, the next one is Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You're going to have this new moon in Cancer activating your 11th house of friendships, your social circle, communities, your long-term goals, social visions with Jupiter in the mix here. So this is opening up a 6-month window to manifest deeper connections and also more meaningful collaboration with others. If you start working on a combined project right now with one of your friends, then that can like really boom in the next 6 months. So set intentions related to collective dreams, share it out and wide on the internet with it happening in the 11th house. Can be about organizing a group trip, hosting a family event, can be about strengthening friendships, or also initiating a community-based project. So, and yeah, of course, with Jupiter, these are massive potentials for expansion through friendships, especially those that are emotionally nourishing and rooted in mutual care. I predict for a lot of Virgo risings that they're going to bump into someone new, a new friend that will provide a lot of happiness, optimism, and wisdom in their life in the next 6 months. So if someone new enters your path and you feel friends at first sight, then it's just so meant to be, and then it's actually divine timing. So yeah, you might also be inspired to bring family and your chosen community or your chosen friendships together, because it happens in the sign of Cancer, the sign of the home. You will meet more people or more friends or groups in your home as well. That is also a possibility. Or you're going to meet someone very significant because of a friend. That is also a possibility. So yeah, it's your invitation to actually plant seeds that bring your inner life into alignment with your social world or with group dynamics. Whether you're dreaming of more aligned allies or new creative networks, this new moon really says wish big, but wish with your heart, and wish from a place of emotional caring for others as well. Just to mention that Saturn and Neptune are squaring this new moon, and Saturn and Neptune are in your 8th house. It's about vulnerability. It's about trust. It's about shared resources. That can complicate a little bit of your group dynamics or your collective goals. Maybe you're exploring how to finance a certain vision you have with your friends, or maybe you're navigating emotional entanglements with collaborators. Or it could also stir some deeper questions about who you trust with your dreams, and whether your goals are still built on a shared foundation of integrity and depth. And with Mars in your 1st house right now, you're actually being energized to lead with intention and to take bold action, especially in regards to group dynamics. Yeah, it's actually working with others could bring a life-changing result in your daily routine, in your health, in your workplace. Especially if you channel your drive towards team effort and mutual accountability. So trust the process, Virgo. You're restructuring your relationship to success and also redefining what a truly supportive network looks like. And with Mars in your sign, it could also be about co-workers, and actually co-workers leaving the workplace as well. And that is actually gonna happen. That can happen throughout the whole month, especially around the 23rd, 26th, when Mars is gonna activate. the eclipse degree, the eclipse that we had in Virgo in March. So some reoccurring themes are likely, but I'm gonna explore or like explain more of this in the July forecast for you, my dear Virgo. So I wish you the best of luck. We have Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We are having a new moon in Cancer, and it's happening in your 10th house of career, public, your reputation, and also your long-term direction. 10th house is also about authority figures. It can also be about your dad, but it's happening in a sign of Cancer, so mom and dad are a bit mixed up here, but definitely about something public in regards to your family happening or coming out. So a very pivotal moment to set intentions for a new job. If you want to start a new business, or if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to take on a leadership role, making a name for yourself in the field. With Jupiter on top of this new moon, the energy is right for big expansion, especially through media, through teaching, communication, travel, mentorship. These are all attributes of Jupiter. So your voice and your message, they carry a lot of weight right now, and they actually it would be good to share your expertise or stepping into a more public facing role. That could actually open unexpected doors. Seize all the opportunities that come onto your path right now, because it's about how you manage your time, your energy, and your public responsibilities. So yeah, time to grow your professional legacy, but only if you're willing to show up fully, to speak up clearly, and also to take a leap into greater visibility. Just to mention that this new moon makes a square to Neptune and Saturn in your 7th house. Can be a little bit potential friction in your personal and professional partnerships. Can be spouse, business partner, a manager, a client. Some relationships are feeling a bit unclear. Some can be draining. Some are going to be out of sync with your current goals, and especially your current career goals. So yeah, I think some Libra risings especially are going to be a bit at odds with the career demands versus others that might feel unsupported at home, or vice versa. So yeah, the dynamic can weigh heavily on your decisions, but yeah, it's pushing you to clarify your boundaries, especially with other people, and to speak your truth, and also to assess whether your current support systems truly reflect your values and ambitions as well. So yeah, it might be time to recalibrate expectations, or to step into a more equal, mutual, empowering dynamic with other people. And then over the next 6 months, you're being asked to prioritize your purpose without abandoning your integrity. So don't let people pleasing delay your progress right now. You're building something lasting, and just make sure that you're surrounded by the right people who support your new vision. So good luck, my dear Libra. We have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You are gonna have a new moon in Cancer that is gonna fall in your 9th house of higher knowledge, travel, belief systems, publishing, mentorship, personal expansion, the bigger picture. And it also forms a harmonious trine to your rising sign, especially if you have planets between 0 and 6 degrees of Scorpio. So a very deeply supportive lunation for broadening your horizons. That can be intellectually, spiritually, physically. And Jupiter is conjunct this new moon. So this is a cosmic invitation to really step into new levels of growth and wisdom. Learn something new, explore another culture, plan a transformative trip, publish your work, publish your book, return to school, finish something that you've studied before. Jupiter loves the ninth house. It traditionally belongs in the ninth. So, but it's in the sign of Cancer, making it one of the most beneficial and expansive new moons of the entire year for Scorpio and also for Pisces. All the water signs, of course, Cancer as well, are having a very, very good time to plant new seeds. So believe in something bigger, better, trust your instincts, say yes to a journey abroad. That can be literal or philosophical, can also be metaphysical with Jupiter in the ninth. Just know that there's a square from Saturn and Neptune that are currently in your sixth house. And this also reminds you that expansion will only be sustainable if your daily life and habits support your vision. It's about your routines, your work responsibilities, and also your wellness practices can be a little bit under strain or can feel a little bit at odds with your desire to explore and grow and go out into the world. So yeah, some of you are going to need to adjust your schedule, going to look at your health choices and also rework the work-life balance. So yeah. This is your chance to expand your worldview and move closer to a life that reflects your own truth. But it starts with trusting the journey and building the structure to support it underneath it. So good luck, my dear Scorpio. We have Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You're going to have a new moon in Cancer and it's going to activate your 8th house of transformation. Intimacy, shared resources, emotional vulnerability, sexuality, psychologically as well. And it's going to usher you into a deep internal change and also an energetic renewal over the next 6 months, especially over the next 4 weeks. The 8th house might feel like a little bit of murky waters or murky terrain for a very bold and free-spirited, expansive Sagittarius sign. But yeah, this new moon is conjunct your ruler, Jupiter. It's your chart ruler. So very positive for all the 8th house stuff at this time. So some Sagittarius are going to navigate shifts involving investments, debts, inheritance, taxes, shared finances, mortgages, child support, and especially those that are linked to house matters or family matters. So also good time to start initiating therapy, doing some shadow work, and also, yeah, deeper levels of emotional honesty by going to therapy. That is very, very beneficial whenever Jupiter is in the 8th house. Yeah, it's not a surface level moment, this new moon. It's the kind of growth that really changes your life from the inside out. Just the other side of this new moon is that it squares Saturn and Neptune in your 5th house. So yeah, the 5th house is where we express joy, where we take risks, where we pursue creative or romantic passions. Yeah, you might need to make a mature financial decision, one that affects how you how much you spend on leisure time, how much you spend on your children or on your artistic pursuits. And you're going to realize that the old definitions of joy and of happiness no longer fit the new you that's emerging right now. So just know that Mars is sextile this lunation, and Mars is in your 10th house of career. So very beneficial to, yeah, to project all of your passion, project all of your energy into your own business, into your career trajectory. There can be some fights with authority figures, especially when Mars is going to fully square Venus later this month. Actually, it's in July fully, but I'll talk more about that in my July astrology forecast. Just know that it would be very wise to initiate something new in the career area, something that can be beneficial in receiving a lot of big chunky money in regards to other people. So if you have a business idea, very good to implement it now. And go beyond the surface, go deep within, really expose the deep hidden layers within your soul. And if you can plant a new seed within the depths of your own psyche, then something very beautifully can emerge within the next 4 weeks up to 6 months in the area of the 8th house. The 8th house is money, is actually everything you inherited from other people. That can be curses from family, that can be money from family, but with this energy, it would be very, very wise to use it for breaking through generational curses, blocks, just like plant a new seed in the ancestral lineage, and that will be of great beneficial energy for you. So good luck, my dear Sagittarius. Hi, Claudia. So glad you're here. How are you, Claudia? Okay, then we have Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You're gonna have the new moon in Cancer, and it's gonna happen, of course, in your 7th house of partnerships. And 7th house are partnerships on every level. It can be business, relationship, marriage, clients, but also your therapist, someone you have a very close one-on-one connection with. That is the 7th house. So yeah, with Jupiter expanding that area, there's now a new moon conjunct Jupiter in the 7th house. So whether you're calling in a new romantic partner or deepening an existing bond, you can enter a very new lucrative business collaboration, or you might also be seeking professional support through therapy or through coaching. It opens, this lunation opens a 6-month window of relational renewal. So with Jupiter on this new moon, the connections coming into your life right now, they could be very, very expansive, very healing, and also very emotionally nourishing. So they're going to be, people are going to come into your life that are going to help you to feel more seen, more heard, and more understood. And it could be that you bump into someone, can be a therapist, can be a friend, can be a new partner. Someone might make you feel seen, heard, and loved like never before. So that's very beautiful. This new moon, it's about collaboration, commitment, love, and also support, both giving and receiving. And if you've been craving connection, then this new moon, it's about to break you out of your solitary shell, and it's gonna crack you and open up something very meaningful. It's about heart-centered bonds. That's it. The new moon opposes your Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising. It also forms a bit of a tense square to Saturn and Neptune in your 4th house of home and family. These tensions are gonna come into sharp focus, especially over the next 4 weeks up to 6 months. So you could feel a little bit caught between deepening emotional intimacy with others and also the weight of private responsibilities or emotional baggage tied to your upbringing. So for some, it's about balancing these relational needs with caretaking roles, or navigating disapproval or distance from family. That can also happen. So if you're in a partnership, you might also be discussing living situations. Some are gonna build a home together, others gonna kick them out. Others are gonna heal past family wounds that impact relationship dynamics. And if you're single, then the same themes may color how and when you open up to others. Luckily, Jupiter's support offers you grace and growth, especially if you're willing to step outside of your comfort zone and allow others in fully. And I know that's sometimes a bit harder for Capricorn, but Capricorn rising. So the next 6 months could also bring in a relationship that really helps you to define what emotional safety and commitment truly mean. But only if you're willing to engage with the emotional discomfort that this growth requires. So let me know what happens for you, my dear Capricorn, and I wish you the best of luck. Bye, Laura. Bye-bye. Okay, then we have Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So for Aquarius Rising, this new moon in Cancer is going to activate your 6th house of health, well-being, your job, your service towards others, your responsibilities, your routines, co-workers in general. So this is a realignment in your work-life rhythm and into your overall wellness. And Jupiter conjuncts this new moon, so an extraordinary opportunity to expand your productivity, establish healing routines, and also to find more supportive work environment. So yeah, dear Aquarius, if you're looking for a new job, this is the moment. This is the time. Grab the opportunity with both hands, because with Jupiter, workflow is going to increase. And if you find a new job now, it can provide a lot of happiness over the next 6 months. So take them with both hands, all the opportunities in the work area. Also, it's also a good time to start a new fitness plan, to seek out medical practitioners. You can improve your diet. You can even restructure your day-to-day schedule to better serve your emotional well-being. You might also be seeking more meaningful and heart-centered workspaces or service roles or work in general. Just know that this lunation is falling in a quincunx aspect to your own sign. It's 150 degrees away, so it might take a bit of emotional flexibility and also patience to fully integrate all of these changes. So some adjustments might feel a little bit off at first, but stick with them, because this shift is about long-term vision and long-term vitality. They go hand in hand with Jupiter and the new moon in the 6th house. Then, that being said, we also see a square to Saturn and Neptune from this new moon into your 3rd house. And it highlights the mental strain of disorganization, of miscommunication, or burnout. Especially if you've been overextending yourself, you might feel a bit that your mind is cluttered. Some of your messages aren't landing well, or your work lacks clear direction. The lunation really asks you, dear Aquarius, where are your daily habits draining your energy, and where can you reclaim your own agency over your own time? The key is not just to organize your calendar, it's about restoring clarity in how you communicate your needs and how you set boundaries. We also see sextile from Mercury to Uranus in your 4th. Uranus is still in your 4th house, but Uranus is about to enter the 5th very soon on the 7th of July. And it's at the critical degree. So yeah, very, very potent energy here with Uranus. It really suggests these unexpected breakthroughs. And also, yeah, there can be some unexpected support from your home environment, such as finding a better work from home setup or addressing emotional patterns that are rooted in family conditioning. Meanwhile, we also see a sextile from Mars, and Mars is in Virgo in your 8th house. So that really empowers deeper healing and also detoxing things that keep you stuck energetically. The new moon really invites a full system reset for you. And it might start with your schedule or with your health, but it's ultimately laying the foundation for more joy, more balance, and also more freedom in every area of your life. So let me know what happens for you, my dear Aquarius, and I wish you the best of luck. Then last but not least, we have my dear Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You're going to have a new moon in Cancer, and it's going to happen in the area of your chart, and that's the 5th house of joy, creativity, romance, children, and self-expression. So yeah, when we have a new moon in the 5th house, these are the moons that we are all waiting for. So on top of that, we have the new moon conjunct Jupiter. It is your traditional ruler, and it is trining your rising sun moon, depending on what you are. So yeah, a very rare moment of expansion, of uplifting, optimistic energy, inspiration, and plant seeds of delight, plant seeds of joy. Create something just for the joy of it, and also reconnect with play and having fun, and also express your authentic voice. And also open your heart to new love if it passes you. Don't let it pass by. Could be of big luck to you over the next 4 weeks up to 6 months. So if you've been longing to launch a personal project, grow a family, get pregnant, fall in love, this is a very, very, very fertile new moon. If you don't want kids, take precautions, because Jupiter in the 5th with a new moon in Cancer in the 5th, this is baby time for sure. So yeah, the 5th house is simply experiencing more spontaneity. Whenever something makes your heart sing, just go for it. The 5th house also rules artistic birth, but also literal birth. So yeah, this new moon definitely about conception, and about the start of the beginning of a passion project that eventually takes on a life of its own. The 5th house is the house of birth. So depending on what you want to birth. So yeah, Jupiter here in this sign is what you initiate now could really grow into something both meaningful and fulfilling and very, very big, as long as you're willing to believe in your own worth. And that might be tested because the new moon squares Saturn and Neptune in your 2nd house of money, values, and self-esteem. So where you're being pushed to redefine what security really matters to you personally. So do your creative aspirations align with your financial realities? Are you selling yourself short, or are you overextending your resources to chase joy? And yeah, this tension, it isn't meant to discourage you. It is meant to clarify the emotional value of your pursuits. So are you investing your time, money, and energy in things that truly bring you peace and pleasure? Or are you defaulting to old habits of scarcity and overconsumption to fill up the void? So yeah, you're learning that joy doesn't always require excesses. It requires the right intention. And this lunation really offers you a chance to move from fantasy and to practical form, to ground your dreams through clear commitments and also creative discipline. So whether you're shifting how you spend, how you love, how you create, how you birth things, the emotional return on investment will be very, very high if you prioritize what your heart truly needs right now. So over the next 6 months, a more radiant, creatively alive version of you is ready to emerge. So good luck, my dear Pisces. So that was it for today and for the new moon in Cancer, my dear astrology lovers. I hope this message brought you some comfort, some clarity, and also a deeper connection to your inner world. My tongue is done for today. So it is your reminder to slow down, to listen to your heart, and also to create space for the feeling and the dreams that are quietly asking to be nurtured. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, don't forget to be kind to yourself, to protect your peace, and also to remember that everything grows from the soil of self-love. So may all your wishes come true with Jupiter, and may you find peace within your own emotional selves. I will see you soon for my July forecast that I'm gonna host next week. So until then, bye-bye.